Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a guest video from Heavy Arms Zero, aka Silver Lightning, aka several other names, uh, in Barry Abbott's Armored Gym. I keep trying to call it Barry Allen's Armored Gym, but that is a different Barry entirely. Color scheme's almost right, though. But yeah, Barry's Armored Gym is really pretty great. It has some really good weapons, has a standard grenade, has an incendiary grenade, has a better version of the 6.2 rocket launcher than the 8th team suits can use, and also it, as I recall, just has better like defensive stats than the standard Armored Gym, which it's always had kind of low defense stats anyway, but yeah, it is it is a good suit, just in general. It is a hover suit, so if you have a hard time dealing with that, that might be a thing. But I think that's probably just me at this point. And like I said, it's gotten better, just still not great. It also has a really nice downswing with the a nice like overhead swing like a dom, and then leading into the charge part of the Easy 8's downswing, essentially. Let's see. There's a stun on that Acguy. Yeah, overhead swing and, yeah, easy 8 charge, basically. And, of course, as a hover suit, if you have the momentum, that has a lot of travel, which is nice. Let's see, there is some other... Is that... Is that a... I'm not sure what kind of gym that was, but I want to say... No, it wasn't White Dingo. Oh, I bet it was the Gym Command Light Armor is what that was. Haven't seen one of those in a while, but I don't play a lot of 300 at this point, so... let's see. So far, good solid start to the round. And hey, there's actually, counting heavy, there's two non-Acguys on this team. So, yeah. 300, of course, is Acguy Central, so that's just, that's just how that works. I would brain. I would brain, but I'm not braining. Let's see. Yep, grenades out. I always love making those nice long shots. Let's see. Yeah, at least 5 ticks of 250 damage each on the incendiary grenades. That's pretty solid. Acguy just, went sailing by to no effect, thankfully. But yeah, let's see. Good shot there. Acguy rolled through the downswing. The downswing was almost long enough that it would still have been active when the roll was over, but not quite. Good use there of the missile launcher. And yeah, like I said, it actually fires the missiles in 3 at a time, which is far better, honestly, than the standard 8th team missile launcher. But that is a weapon which, as we've mentioned before, probably needs some help at this point. But let's see. Yeah, so far so good. And yeah, I actually managed to get a couple of requests done today. So I'm probably going to do... I might start running them as early as Friday. But honestly, I'm just kind of trying to get some stuff built up while I'm on low brain recluse mode for a little bit here. But yeah, I don't know. Just like I said, February is historically not good, and I'm just kind of gritting my teeth at the moment. So I think my dad's starting to feel better. He was a little under the weather the last few days, so that helps. Because yeah, just slightly terrified. Once we get past Thursday, that will be fine, or better, let's say. But yeah, Thursday I will still be posting the GBO2 update video, but. I am a superstitious, cowardly lot on many levels, and that is definitely one of them. So, because just too many different things across too many different Februaries. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's go on to some better nonsense. As usual, Heavy is doing a great job here. He is really excellent player, and yeah, so far really solid lead, and yeah, getting up. So there is a way up that cliff. Nice. Yeah, I have a really hard time trying to boost up there most of the time. Acguy was a second too late, so, or probably half a second at most. So yeah, Heavy is alive and went down to the water to have a little bit of cover from, 8 zillion bullets, which did extend his life a little bit. And yeah, let's see. Yep, that is a Gym Command light armor. I was not sure before, which not sure if I was blathering about that in this take or a previous take, but this is like take 3 or 4. I said, brain, just the brain is a thing. It is a thing in my head, and that's about the best I can say for it at the moment. Let's see. But oh yeah, in case anybody needs to know, I have seen the G-Quux and Endymion unit show up with U.S. Gunpla outlets. So if you've been wanting to get that, it is out there, depending on where you look. So, and yeah, that's about the only thing I have to report at the moment. Just kind of man, kind of hoping we get announcements for more of the 30-minute fantasy samurai troopers soon. Just because I would like to, I'd like to actually end up with a whole team. Because yeah, I just having just one person from the team is would probably just slowly bore a hole in my skull, as happens frequently. But I'm sure again, rip Super Sentai. I'm pretty sure that I know people who know the frustration of just the red. So let's see, 90 seconds to go. Really good solid lead. And yeah, I've been trying to figure out how many ticks of damage those incendiary grenades do. It's at least 5. So I think it's at least 5 anyway. Might be 4, but either way, that's at 250 apiece. That's like 1,000 bonus damage at least for every one of those you land. Well, for the first one you land at a time, because yeah, incendiary damage ticks do not overlap. You do not get multiple instances of that damage for if one of them is still going. Think of it as a status condition that can only be applied once. Meanwhile, I believe that AoE effects like the jamming grenades and the AoE, I forget what they call that, chain explosion grenades, I think those effects can overlap. So yeah, eventually I will have to get a whole team of like A-type Gelgugs together and see how much damage we can stack on something with a whole bunch of those jamming grenades at once. I really do like those. Those were a great addition to the A-type Gelgug. I've always liked the Gelgugs, and they've been really good to me in terms of how those have been buffed. Let's see, is it going to go through in time? Yes, last second Acguy. Let's see. So what are the final stats? Those colors do look good on Barry's Gym. 4165, 113,000 damage. Very nice. And let's see. I'm betting that's going to be, 11-2. Wow. That is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So after trying on and off many times, I finally finished Dark Souls 2 to my satisfaction, got the DLC ending and all that jazz. And decided since Neo 3 is getting some good reception, I'd go back to my PS Plus copy of Neo 2 and see what I can do with it. And I'm about to give the most old person complaint about a video game you have probably ever heard. It just has too many game mechanics. Like, I know that sounds stupid, but it's like, okay, so at the base of it, it has, Dark Souls style, combat, stamina management, light and heavy attacks that can be chained, a few, some special techniques. On top of that, each weapon has high, medium, and low stances with different move sets. On top of that, you can turn into a guardian spirit, which has its own move set and techniques. On top of that, there's a special counter you can use for specially telegraphed attacks. On top of that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Just yeah, like it is. It hangs together surprisingly well for as complex as it is, but it is an everything bagel of games. It really is. That said, I still kind of want to get Neo 3 when I can, because for everything I've heard sounds really good.